Hi, I'm Kyle Benta from bagpiper.com. In today's lesson, I'll be showing you how to tune your drones. So I'll quickly blow up for you and tune the outside tenor and the bass. So what I did there was I tuned the outside tenor and the bass. So the note that I was tuned to was high A, and high A and the low A will tune to the same octave. And you should ensure that your chanter is tuned fairly well, because if you go to tune your drones and your chanter is flat or sharp, your drones will have to be set to that, and they'll be more likely harder to tune because it won't be in the same spot as the way they usually are. The chanter was tuned properly. So what you do when you're tuning your drones is that when you're turning any one of the three drones, when you're turning it right or left, then if they're out of tune, they'll be going re or re or re or re. They'll be waving. And you don't want that. What you want to do is you want to be twisting these. You'll be twisting it up and down. Okay? When you're twisting them, you shouldn't have to push up. You should only have to twist it, and it should go. Okay? So you do that, and let's say that you're tuning the outside tenor, and you're playing high A, and then you're twisting it. Usually, if your chanter is tuned properly and you have a nice solid high A sound, you'll be able to, if you have an experienced ear, you'll be able to tell if the high A is tuned properly, and if it is, and you're tuning the outside tenor to the high A will sound crisper when you get closer to the well-tuned area. If it's way down here and it's not supposed to be, your high A will sound like crap. If you tune it up here where it's supposed to be, and your high is tuned to that, it will sound nice and crisp. It'll have like an angelic melody, and that's what you want. Many people prefer to have a nice high A. So you tune the outside tenor, and what helps me is tuning the bass drum simultaneously as the outside tenor. Because if this sounds okay, then most likely you'll also be able to hear that this is out. And when you tune them in, they'll sound better. So as long as they're not waving, they're in tune. And I'll attempt to tune the inside tenor now. even though I tuned the outside tenor and the bass earlier, when I blow up, I cork this, and because I haven't played for like a minute, roughly, and pipes are so temperamental to temperature changes, and if they get cold, they're going to go out of tune again. So I quickly give them a quick turn, and then I go to the inside tenor. And and the same thing applies with all the tenors. If they're waiting, they're out of tune. If they're going like this, then they're in tune. Okay, so that's not too bad of a tune right there. And one thing I've learned to do is tune drones on my own, and I suggest you do the same if you don't already know how to do it, because it will save you a headache, especially if you're in a competition setting. So any other questions, you can feel free to contact me, and thank you for watching this.